Someone shared footage that the government doesn't want you to see. A shaky camera focuses on the dark outline of a man moving through the dry California brush. The sound of crickets hums in the background, blending with the distant rustling of leaves. A faint glow flickers near the man's hand, barely visible against the night. The camera jolts, and a hushed voice whispers, urgent, afraid. There he is. The screen goes black. The footage spreads like wildfire. Within hours, social media is flooded with reposts, theories, and heated debates. Some call it undeniable proof of arson. Others demand justice. News outlets pick it up, running dramatic headlines. Captured. The man behind California's devastating wildfires. Experts analyze the video, pointing to the small flame as evidence of deliberate ignition. Officials stay silent. Ethan Carter watches it all unfold from his dimly lit office, eyes scanning the comments. The outrage, the panic. He has spent years covering crime and corruption, exposing the cracks in stories that seemed airtight. Something about this one doesn't sit right. The way the figure moves, the strange way the light reflects off his body. A gut feeling tells him there's more to this than meets the eye. He rewinds the clip, watching frame by frame. The suspect steps forward, and for a brief moment, the screen glitches. Just a flicker. A distortion barely noticeable to the untrained eye. A mistake? A camera malfunction? Ethan leans closer. The glitch happens again. Outside, the world reacts as expected. Fear spreads. People demand immediate arrests. The governor announces new emergency measures, increasing surveillance in fire-prone areas. An official statement warns of dangerous individual responsible for the wildfires, urging citizens to remain vigilant. But no arrests are made. No suspect is named. Only the video remains, fueling panic. Ethan refreshes the news feed. The story is evolving too fast, changing minute by minute. Then something strange happens. Posts start disappearing. Entire accounts that shared the footage vanish without a trace. The original upload link? Gone. Welcome back to PlotTwister. Before we unravel today's mystery, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're always in the loop. He tries to find the source, but every trail leads to a dead end. He has seen this pattern before. Too many times to call it coincidence. Someone doesn't want this video to be questioned. Someone wants the world to believe it, without a doubt. A message notification pops up on his screen. One sentence. You're looking in the wrong place. Ethan stares at the message on his screen. The words linger in his mind, repeating like an echo. You're looking in the wrong place. He doesn't recognize the sender. No name, no profile picture. Just an empty account that wasn't there yesterday. He types a response. But before he can hit send, the account disappears. Outside his window, the city moves as usual. Cars crawl through traffic. People walk the sidewalks, heads buried in their phones. Some probably reading the same headlines. But Ethan knows better. Nothing about this is usual. He replays the video again, slowing it down. Flicker is there. Subtle, almost hidden. The suspect moves forward, but something about the way he steps feels unnatural. The shadows bend strangely around his body. Ethan's seen manipulated footage before. But this is different. He sends the clip to Lisa Monroe, a forensic analyst he's worked with before. An hour later, she calls. Her voice is sharp, urgent. There's something wrong with this footage. She explains it in simple terms. Frame by frame, she finds distortions where they shouldn't exist. Pixels shift in unnatural patterns. The lighting doesn't match the environment. Tiny details, ones no average person would notice, show signs of digital manipulation. Lisa runs the suspect's face through multiple recognition databases. Nothing. No matches. No history. As if the person doesn't exist. Meanwhile, the public grows restless. Authorities still haven't named a suspect. Haven't arrested anyone. Yet the fear remains. Some news reports start walking back their initial claims, softening their language. Others double down, insisting the video is proof. Then Ethan notices something strange. Posts questioning the video start disappearing. Accounts pointing out inconsistencies get suspended. Even Lisa's initial findings, shared on a private forum, vanish within minutes. He checks his email, searching for the original uploader. The account is gone, every trace of it wiped clean. His phone buzzes, a restricted number. He hesitates, then answers. A low voice speaks on the other end. "You're not chasing a man. You're chasing something bigger." The call ends. Ethan grips the phone, his pulse quickening. Someone doesn't want the truth out, and they're making sure no one finds it. Ethan locks his phone and glances around his dimly lit apartment. The room feels smaller, the air heavier. His instincts tell him he's not alone. Not in the way people think. Someone is watching, but not through a window or a camera. This is different. It's a presence, a force lurking just beneath the surface of his world, erasing everything he tries to uncover. His laptop screen glows, the video still paused on the distorted frame. Lisa's analysis confirms it. The suspect doesn't exist. The footage was altered at a level beyond anything she's ever seen. Ethan leans back in his chair, staring at the ceiling. If the video is fake, why is the government reacting like it's real? The question sticks to his mind, and he scrolls through the news. The wildfire panic continues. New safety measures, more restrictions, a growing sense of fear. Yet not a single arrest, not a single suspect identified. A message notification pops up. It's from a name he hasn't seen in years. Shadow Fox. He hesitates before opening it. The message is short. "You need to see this. I don't have long." Attached is a file. Ethan clicks. A document unfolds on the screen, filled with military jargon and research notes. He skims the text, his breath hitching. The words blur together, but the meaning is clear. This isn't an ordinary video. It was created. A government project years in the making. High-level AI designed to generate realistic footage, indistinguishable from real life. Ethan scrolls faster, heart pounding. The wildfire video wasn't leaked. It was released. His hands tighten into fists. He knows what this means. The panic, the fear, the headlines, it was all meant to happen. A test to see how easily the public could be manipulated. His apartment goes dark. The power cuts out in an instant. His laptop screen flickers once, then shuts down completely. His phone vibrates, another restricted number. This time he doesn't answer. Instead, he stands across the room and pulls open the blinds. Across the street, under the glow of a flickering street lamp, a black car sits parked. The engine isn't running. No one steps out. But Ethan knows. They're already here. A sharp knock echoes through the apartment. 3 taps. Measured. Intentional. Ethan doesn't move. His heart pounds against his ribs, every instinct screaming at him to stay silent. Another knock, louder this time. He exhales slowly, crossing the room with steady steps. Through the peephole, a man stands in the dim hallway, his face unreadable. Dark suit, no badge, no expression, just waiting. Ethan unlocks the door but doesn't open it all the way. The man doesn't push. He simply tilts his head, voice calm, controlled. "Ethan Carter, we need to talk." The words aren't a request. Ethan steps back, opening the door just enough to let the man in. He walks inside without hesitation, scanning the room with sharp eyes. He doesn't introduce himself. He doesn't need to. He pulls out a thin folder and places it on the table between them. Ethan doesn't touch it. "This is bigger than you, Carter." Ethan folds his arms, his jaw tight. The man sighs, almost as if he's disappointed. He opens the folder, revealing a printout of the wildfire footage. The same video, the same blurry figure. But underneath in bold letters is something new. Classified. The government knows. They always knew. Ethan's fingers twitch, but he doesn't reach for it. He doesn't need to. The message is clear. The man speaks again, his voice softer this time. "We understand your curiosity, but this is not a story you want to tell." Ethan doesn't flinch. He meets the man's gaze, waiting. A pause. Then the man leans forward slightly. "Walk away, Carter. Do that and things stay simple. Keep digging and..." The threat hangs in the air, unfinished but unmistakable. Ethan clenches his fists, but his face stays neutral. He doesn't argue. He doesn't protest. He just nods. The man studies him for a moment, then stands. "Good choice." He leaves without another word, the door clicking shut behind him. Ethan waits, his pulse steady, his breath slow. He counts to 10, then in one swift motion he grabs his phone. Lisa's number, Shadowfox's message. The truth still burns inside him. The man thought Ethan made his choice. He was wrong. The morning air is still. The city wakes slowly, unaware of what's coming. Ethan sits at his desk, fingers tapping against the keyboard. His apartment is silent, but the weight of the night before lingers in the corners of the room. The black car is gone. The man in the suit left no trace. But the message was clear. Walk away. Ethan doesn't. The files are already out. Lisa has them. Shadowfox has them. The truth is no longer locked in one place. No longer something that can be erased with a power outage or a quiet threat. He watches his inbox, waiting. A new email appears. No subject, no sender, just a single link. He clicks. It's already happening. The news cycle shifts in real time. Reports emerge questioning the footage. Experts, real ones, not handpicked analysts, break down the inconsistencies. Lisa's forensic findings go viral. Independent journalists pick up the story, and soon the wildfire suspect is no longer the headline. The real story is, people start asking questions. Who created the footage? Why was it released? Why was it treated as a fact? Government officials scramble for answers. Some deny involvement, others admit to experimental technology, but call it a misunderstanding. A test. A mistake. Ethan watches it unfold. The same news stations that push the video now pull back, rewording their narratives, shifting the blame. Officials step down. Policies are reevaluated. The panic fades. The wildfire wasn't a hoax. The destruction was real. The lives lost were real. But the fear, the suspect, the man in the video, none of it was. Ethan walks outside for the first time in days. The sun is warm against his face. People move past him, talking, laughing, living. Most of them will never know how close they came to believing a lie. His phone vibrates. A message from Lisa. We did it. A small smile tugs at the corner of his lips. He doesn't know what comes next. Maybe they'll come for him again. Maybe this is just one battle in a larger war. But for now, the truth is out. And the truth always finds a way. What are your thoughts on the twist we uncovered today? Comment your ideas below. Make sure to like and subscribe for a daily dose of drama and mystery. See you later with another twist.